Muscogee Creek tribe, and we got moved off of our land in 1866 with the Creek Treaty, and they said that we all had African descent. They have no DNA test to prove whether we're the American Indians of color or the ancient Berber people. So the United States government, along with the Native American tribes, removed Indians of color. So if you take a DNA sample pool of Native Americans today, it's already biased. So it doesn't work and it's not credible. They removed us from the tribes because you couldn't pick your own race on the United States Census until 1960. So during 1866, they sent racist enumerators, which is people who take the census, into the tribes. And I've looked up what they told the enumerators to do. And what they did is they marked anybody who had curly hair and dark skin as black. So again, the pool of people that they're testing for indigenous identity, I'm from. Y'all keep writing DNA test under my comments. Let's look at DNA tests and what they're using to determine indigenous ancestry. 23andMe admits that what they're protecting is the indigenous ancestry from what is now the United States and Canada. The United States is the 5 civilized tribes, which was invented. Its inception was to honor Indians in amity with the government, who would go on to be called Native Americans, and to displace slave Indians who were enslaved through the baby follows the belly law. And then it goes on to say that to purify their DNA results of the 5 civilized tribes in Canada, they're excluding anybody who's indigenous to Mexico, Central America, South America, or the Caribbean islands. That is the entire American continent. That is every single American Indian of color who is being excluded from this sample pool. Do what you want. Off these people's website because they tell you they lying right to your face. So right here, this is who they test for North African ancestry in the dark purple. So it says today indigenous North African ancestry peaks in the Berber people. We know from the 1740 Negro law of South Carolina that the ancient Berber people were sold into slavery in the United States. It goes on to say that the genetic legacy is held by the Arabs who conquered North Africa. And then it tells you what landmass it's testing for North Africans. And it literally excludes the landmass of where ancient Berber people are. But you just said that you know that they hold the indigenous ancestry. But you said, but we're not going to test for them. We're testing for so their sample is from the Arabs who now hold the genetic legacy to that land, which means you oppressed the original Berber people, sold them into slavery, and took their identity. But whatever. I'm about to get off these people's website because they